And welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears. We are approaching the end of the second Anima Relic dungeon. Just have to go through this door, and we will be greeted with a familiar scene with these awesome doors with the weird pneumatic kind of things that shoot out of the wall. Weird how everything out there was so primitive looking, yet somehow still worked. But you go through here, and everything is like a friggin' future world or whatever. Now here's the other Anima Relic. What, you didn't expect there to be one? Well, it's talking to Rico this time. Oh, would you look at that? Yep, Rico has himself an Anima Gear. Or an Anima Relic. An Omni Gear. Jeez, I can't believe I made that mistake. Yep, look at that thing. All weird looking and such. Of course, we haven't run into Solaris yet here, either. Just like the first Anima dungeon. We haven't run into any of their forces. Of course, that has to change. And look who it is. It's Hammer. And he's flipped. And now we have to fight Hammer. We actually have to fight Hammer. Hammer the supplier Hammer. Of course, now he's been grafted into this gear here. And he is actually quite powerful. Now the fight that we're going to have here is not terribly difficult, provided you know how to do it. But this far into the game, all the fights, all the battles we've been through, bosses can still throw a curveball at you. Now the thing you want to do with Hammer, or some interesting things with Hammer rather, is you attack him and you do some damage to him. He'll do this thing called self-modification. And here we're going to see it now. Now that doesn't really do much. I'm not sure if that has really any effect at all. But there are some modifications that Hammer will do that will increase his attack power, or things like that, or his rate of attack. Jeez, where did all that crap come from? Certainly an interesting technology that Carillion has here. The ability to put a person into a gear and not just have them sitting in a cockpit, but have their brains hardwired to the gear itself. So that way they don't have to manipulate controls. It's kind of like being in control of an Omni Gear where it does what you think. But this is obviously something that they can mass produce. Obviously something that Solaris would be very interested in, because they are always out for bigger and better weapons. Now we've seen, this is not the first time we've seen this kind of technology. We've seen Solaris use this technology before back in Shivat. I don't want to try pronouncing its name, but Maria's father was grafted into a gear like that, and even Maria's gear itself uses a form of that technology for it to function. Also in the deep sea dive when we were going after the going after the third gate deep underwater where he first fought Emeralda and brought her with us, that guy in the other gear was actually one of them too. So we've seen a few people in this situation. And they usually are quite formidable enemies. Now even Hammer was a complete wuss. I mean, the only good thing he ever really did was he shot Graf down when we were on the Goliath. But that was sort of like he got lucky there. Now, Hammer's kind of a wuss, but you stick him inside of this thing, and he becomes powerful. Ah, you see, I finally get some characters in level infinity. We have Ellie doing some level infinity attacks. Now, here's what you actually have to watch out for. The big thing that can surprise you about Hammer. This, here, he will stop attacking at this point, and he will count down and then explode. Now, there are two things you can do. You can flee, run away, which is the smart thing to do, really. It's the easy thing to do. Now look, Rico's got a level infinity attack here. A lot of damage that does. Or you could wail on him and attempt to take him out before he explodes. Now, I'm going to try taking him out before he explodes, just because that's always what I try to do. Now, when he explodes, he will do a lot of damage. Another level infinity attack from Rico. Did actually less damage than the other one did. Oh, Hammer explodes. Didn't take him down fast enough. And what's this? He actually killed all three of my characters. What in the hell is this? Can you believe that crap? Can you believe I showed you that? That I was willing to admit that I got taken down by Hammer? Pfft, whatever. I just wanted to show you it going down too. I mean, I didn't intend to get beaten by Hammer. So, that was an accident. But since I had the recording, I decided to show it to you anyway what happens. So, I made this other recording a second try, attacking Hammer, trying to take him down. Unfortunately, I couldn't take him down during this run either. And I couldn't get either Rico or Ellie up to level infinity, so I did even less damage this time than I did last time. Pathetic. So, we're gonna find Hammer is going to explode this time as well. The difference between this time and the last battle is that Faye will survive the explosion. In this battle, Hammer never attacked Faye, so Faye had full HP by the time Hammer exploded. It should be coming up pretty soon. Had I really wanted to take him down, I would not have brought Ellie around. I would have brought maybe Saitan or Emeralda. No, not Emeralda. Maria. Notice Rico's gear. Although it looks very different, it doesn't really perform very different than the original version of it does. Huh. Faye survived that, but he only got 1 experience point. But that's the end of that.